Hello friends, happy Wednesday. Wednesday or Tuesday? I'm not sure. I think it's Wednesday. Who else feels me? Happy April, I know that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and share this to my page right here. And then I'm gonna post my shopping link right here in the comments, so everything you're about to see is gonna be available right here, rayahopebeauty.com. So went ahead and pinned that there. So when you pop on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and then we'll get started. So I'm going to share this to my other pages. One is called Beauty by Raya Hope, so make sure you're in that. And then the other one is just Raya Coleman, and that's my actual Facebook page. So when you do pop on, let me know where you're watching from. So I'm really excited because today I'm actually going to do my pre-makeup routine on camera. I don't normally do that. I usually do it off camera just because I let my primer sit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now because we're going to have to let it sit for a little bit. I obviously won't let it sit for however long I normally do because no one wants to watch paint dry. But so we'll go ahead. Happy April Fools. I know, right? I've been seeing so many funny memes about April Fools. April Fools canceled. We're in the biggest joke ever. So many funny things. All right, so let me know where you're watching. All right, so if you haven't seen new month, new deal. So this month's new deal is really incredible. It's perfect for saving a bunch of money. So you get your choice of primer. You can choose between the mattifying primer, the hydrating primer, or the glorious face primer, which I'll go over which one is perfect. So right now I'm going to go with a brand new mattifying face primer. So I'm going to show you guys how I apply it. So it comes out just like so. And then I take a little bit and I just dot it around my face like this. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more because I like to really go underneath my eyes really well, and then I take my fingers or my hands and then I just kind of do circular motions all over. I apply on my lips, I get in this little crevice, I get on my nose, I get on my eyes, I get right underneath my under eyes, like I get in there, and then massage it into my forehead. So this primer is blurring my pores. It's gonna contain my oil, and it's going to help my makeup, and I always like bring it down the neck. It contains everything. Like, it's going to make my makeup stay perfect all day. But my favorite part of this is that it blurs your pores. So this is brand new by Unique. It's perfect for oily skin or large pores, or if you have normal skin, you can absolutely use this as well for the blurring effect. But I really, really like it because, like I said, it blurs the pores, so it kind of fills it in and like disguises it. I posted a before and after using this on my Instagram story if you want to see like the dramatic like comparison of using it versus not using it. So it basically like it just creates this really nice surface for your foundation to sit on top of. So you have, and I'm stalling now because I'm letting my primer sit and settle into my face. So normally I apply this off camera like I said, and I'll let it sit on my skin for like 3 to 5 minutes. I won't do it that long, just because you guys don't want to sit here and stare at me for 3 to 5 minutes. So we have 3 different primers that you can choose from in the Kudos, Kudos. It's like our deal of the month. So you can choose from the mattifying face primer, which is, like I said, good for oily skin and large pores. And then we have the hydrating face primer, which is good for dry skin and mature skin. And then we have the glorious face primer, which is good for combination skin and normal skin. So the only one of the 3 that blurs the pores is this one so far. So again, this is called the mattifying face primer. You can buy it set. You can buy it by itself under face and under primers. But honestly, it's a better deal if you buy it in the Kudos, which you get to choose any of the primers. You get to choose any of the facial brushes. So I was under the assumption when I found out about this yesterday that it was only with the foundation brushes, but I'm wrong, which I'm so excited I'm wrong, because you get to choose between the powder concealer brush, you could choose between the kabuki brush. This comes back in stock on the 7th. You can choose the blusher brush. You can choose my favorite, the tapered blusher brush. This is good for contour. So if you've been wanting any of the brushes and you're like, oh, I don't really want to spend the money on just the one brush, now is the perfect time because you can choose any brush, you could choose any primer, and you get to choose any foundation, whether you want the liquid Whether you want the pressed powder, whether you want the BB Flawless, whether you want the stick foundation, the loose powder, or the other pressed powder. So you get to choose any foundation option, any primer, any facial brush. And I believe the total for that is $78. So it's a big amount of savings. What is that? 1, 2, 3 of those? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All 3 of those normally would be almost $100. So you're saving a good chunk of money by buying it through the Kudos. Thank you. And the blush in the shade Sisterly should be restocking today. It hasn't restocked yet, but it has the date of today to be restocked. So hopefully it does. All right, so we waited a pretty good amount of time with my primer settling into my fine lines and creases and pores. You'll kind of know when it's time to move on to the next step because your face you won't feel like there's anything on it. So the next step is to set the primer. And my pre-makeup routine isn't like everybody else's. I do a few extra steps and I swear by doing them. So what I do before I put on any makeup is I spray my setting spray all over my face. As you just saw, I put on my primer, I let that sit and settle, and then I go in with my setting spray one more time and I spritz that all over my face. No, the spray foundation is not included because it's not going to be restocked until June. Okay, so I'm just going to use my little fan to hurry up the process of the setting spray drying, but that is my pre-makeup routine. Setting spray, primer, setting spray. No, the spray foundation is not included in the deal. The spray foundation is not even like barely in stock. There's a few colors that are in stock, so if you've been wanting it, you can check out which colors are, but it's not going to be restocked until June. So I would snag the liquid. If you're loving the spray, I would grab the liquid. They're very similar in coverage. They're both full coverage. Is the new primer part of this month's Kudos? It is. So you get to choose any primer, any facial brush, and any foundation in the Kudos. So it's a really, really good deal. So if you were looking to get like a full face, I would grab the Kudos and then I would check out the collections. There's a few collections on there that are for eyes and lips. There's a few collections on there that are more facial products. So the best way to get a ton of makeup and save the most money is to grab the Kudos and to grab one of the collections. All right, so I think it's pretty dry. And like I said, this is why I do this not on camera because I hate knowing that you guys are just like, hurry up. Okay, so now that we have our face fully set and primed and ready for makeup, now we have an even surface for our foundation to sit on top of. I always squeeze the topper and then shake up the bottle, and then you just use it as a little dropper like that, and you're gonna just use your powder concealer brush first. Now, like I said, this is part of the Kudos, so you can choose this. This is my favorite way of applying the liquid foundation. My favorite way of applying the spray foundation and the stick foundation is with the Kabuki brush. So like I said, this comes back in stock on the 7th. But honestly, I would grab more than one Kudos. I would grab the 2 different primers, the Glorious and the Mattifying, and then I would grab the liquid and the pressed powder, and then I would grab the powder concealer brush and the Kabuki brush and my 2 Kudos if I was in your shoes. Try presetting. Yes, it really, really does make a huge difference, especially if you have oily skin, because it's containing everything. It's containing the oil, and it's also helping to kind of cling on to the liquid foundation. So it's kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone kind of idea. But I have found like the biggest success with my makeup looking more full coverage and lasting all day without having to touch it up at all with this pre-makeup routine. And there's so many of you guys out there. Comment below if my pre-makeup routine has also changed your guys' makeup outcome. Alright, so right now I'm using the Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace. And again, I'm using the powder concealer brush to pop this on. It's my favorite way of applying it. Quickly, evenly, full coverage. I love that it's flexible, so it moves the foundation around without sucking up all the product. But it also applies it really streaklessly, which is really nice. And I always bring it down the neck, so you want everything to match. And then I'll kind of just like touch it up by going over everything with this. And then I'm going to go in with the blending buds, which if you guys haven't snagged those yet, I would definitely add those to cart because they do make a really, 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 really big difference with how smooth your makeup looks. Okay, so that was like 4 drops of the Liquid Touch Foundation. Changed mine, hands down. We love you and it's okay we don't mind. You still keep it informed. Thank you. Indiana, awesome. Yes, the kudos is such a good deal. Let me know how you like the pre-makeup routine, and definitely make sure you grab the setting spray. Unique setting spray is incredible. Okay, so that was the powder concealer brush, and we popped all of our foundation on, but now I'm going to go in with just a little bit more, and I'm going to pop some on my finger, and then I'm just going to dab this around my face, and now I'm going to I'm going to go in with my blending bud. So the blending bud is damp. I wrung it underneath water and then squeezed it till no water fell from it. That's when it's ready to use. Changed mine. My makeup lasts all day through hot flashes. Oh my gosh, I love that. I do not have to reply anything with your makeup. I do not have to reply. Yes, I love that, Sherry. Heck yes, it did. Game changer. Yes. Better since I found you. I don't think I wait long enough for yes, so definitely apply the primer and let it sit for like 3 to 5 minutes. Honestly, the longer you let it sit, the better, but I wouldn't go over like 10 minutes. I feel like I have a hair. There we go. Missed the beginning. What's the kudos? Amy, it is any primer, including the brand new primer, and any foundation of your choice, including the pressed powders, BB Flawless, and any facial brush. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the blending bud, and I'm going to just dab this all over my skin, and this is going to really bump up the coverage. But what it is mostly doing is it's compressing the makeup into place rather than just buffing it on top. So we're really being intentional with where our foundation is going and how smooth it's going on. So this is so huge, so important, especially if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, because instead of a brush just kind of like applying it on top of those wrinkles, you are like compressing those the product into the wrinkles. Sounds so weird, but it really does make your makeup look so much smoother. Also, because the blending buds are damp, it's also adding a little bit of moisture into the foundation, which if you're feeling a little dry, this would be a really amazing product for you to use as well. I think they do ship to P.O. boxes. I'm not sure. Yes, please send me a message if you need any help, Charlotte. I used my stick foundation today. With one side the kabuki brush and the other side blending bud. Oh, nice. And what was the outcome, Lisa? I don't have that many wrinkles yet. I have a little bit of laugh lines, but I always love to kind of give you guys a generalized recommendation, because I know not everyone has my same skin type or skin tone or skin anything. So I like to give you guys like ideas across the board. So I try my best to do that. So bear with me. Color organza for me. The first 3 colors are out. Is there another color recommendation? Vicky, what are you referring to? The liquid or the spray or what? Yay! Awesome, Melinda. I'm so glad. You're gonna love it. Order my aunt. Choose P.O. box. Yeah, so just message me if you have any issues applying or ordering or anything. Just message me. I've been working with this company for 4 years. I know all the solutions. Yes, they do ship. I thought so. Okay, so now I'm using my Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and I just popped a little bit of that on my under eye, and this is just going to make it a little bit more fuller coverage. This is also really great if you have blemishes or dark spots or anything that is difficult to hide with your foundation. This is going to be the cherry on top. So I have like a little bit of blemish right here. So just pop that underneath, and this is the smaller blending bud. So when you buy them, you get the large and the small, which is awesome. And these are good. They last like over a year. I usually have mine for about 18 months before I replace them. Oh, Tina, I love that. 65, I use a spray foundation. Yes, it is really good. I want to be color matched. Awesome. Terry, send me a message. Whatever color you are in the liquid, you are also in the stick, if that answers anybody's question. So if you're wondering what color you are in the stick, it's the same as the liquid, vice versa. All right, so now because I have oily skin, the primer that I use is going to really, really help hold on to my makeup, but I also want to kind of protect my makeup from the outside too. So I like to use my Touch Behold translucent setting powder, and I'm going to apply it with a big blending bud. This one's not by Unique, this is by Real Techniques. You can get it at Walmart or Amazon, but I love it because it's flat. It is dry, but now I'm going to spritz it with my setting spray. Just a little spritz. And I popped the cap off mine so I could bake with it, but normally it comes with a little mesh plate so you can utilize the product without having to like overdo it. So if you have dry skin or normal skin or a lot of fine lines, you could still utilize this product to set your concealer. You'll just use less of it. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message and I would be thrilled to help you. If you have yet to be color matched for the foundation or the concealer, anything under the sun, just send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a full recommendation. No, the spray is not included in the Kudos because it's not in stock really. It probably won't be in stock until June. I wear eyelet and it's a little dark. What is the shade? I would go down to the shade Lace and then I would use a little bit darker of a pressed powder to kind of offset it for you, Tanya. Thank you. I use both, love them both, depends on the glam. Ooh, I like it. All right, so that was the setting powder, and then I allow that to sit on my skin for just like a few seconds because I don't want it to dry me out. I just want it to kind of absorb any natural oils that are pushing against my makeup. So instead of the oils making my makeup look shiny or greasy or come off altogether, it's just gonna be absorbed into the very light layer of setting powder that is still residing on my skin. So I just use my fan brush, which is also part of the Kudos, and I just fan brush that away. So now to make my under eye really pop, this is my favorite tool to use. This is the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Scarlet. If Scarlet is not in shade, you can use the shade Organza. It's very light as well. So what I do with this is I take my dry beauty blender again, and I just grab a little bit of that product and I push this underneath my under eye. So this is a really good trick if you are not using the setting powder because it's a little heavy for your skin. The pressed powder, sorry, I have like a little eyelash. The pressed powder that I'm using right now is super light. It's not heavy, it's not cakey at all, so it's perfect for setting your under eye. But I also love using a really light shade for this because it's really going to make my under eye pop. So if your makeup's been looking really dull lately, this is a really good product to kind of make it like really kind of pop, 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 pop. And again, part of the Kudos. How do you take a picture and send to you? Charlotte, you can press on my face. My window should pop down and you'll click on my name. That's going to take you to my Facebook page. And you're going to look for either an area that says message or email or a little square and it'll have a squiggly line in it. That's the message box. So just send me a message there. I'm using this mirror. It's called the Gala. It's by Fancy. It's like the best mirror in the history of mirrors. It's really great because it has a white LED light and then it turns, it swivels, and I love how tall it is. So I'm not like leaning over applying my makeup, and it has all this storage, which is really awesome. So if you need a good makeup mirror, just message me and I can give you the link to this with my code. That'll save you money. Lisa, I had my eyebrows microbladed 2 years ago and they still look great. Oh, nice. So blonde, they are all white. Literally get people ask if you have eyebrows. So Lisa, grab the this guy right here. This is the, almost knocked over my coffee. This guy right here, this is the brow palette, and we have the shade Blonde, which is the lightest shade, and it will come with 2 powder choices. So this would be the best product for you for your brows. What's the difference between the pressed and the mineral? So we have 2 pressed powders. This one is my favorite. This is the Mineral Touch, the Touch one. This is the best one. The Unique one is a little more yellow undertoned and a little heavier of consistency. So it's a little, in my personal opinion, I know lots of people that like it, but me personally, I don't like it. I think it's really heavy and I think it's cakey and I think it's yellow. But this guy right here is the best. This is the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Taffeta that I'm using. And this is just going to even out my coverage. This is going to make it look super smooth. It's going to make it look like a porcelain doll. So pretty. So I'm just tapping this all over my skin. And like I said, this is going to really melt everything together and just make it look super soft. Can you help me decide on what I need as basics? Yes, Amanda, send me a message here on Facebook and send me a selfie and I can give you a full recommendation. I use chiffon in the liquid. What color would I need in the pressed powder? You could do chiffon in the pressed powder as well, but message me if you're not sure. Send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a recommendation on what colors to get or products to add. All right, so now that we have our pressed powder all on, really bumps up the coverage and really gives it that really airbrushed finished look. So now that that's done, now we're going to go in with the contour color, which is the Beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa. And we're going to use the kabuki brush. I lied, not the kabuki brush. We're using the tapered blusher brush. What brush do you use to apply the Mineral Touch pressed powder? So that was the big kabuki brush that I just used, and that's not by Unique, but message me and I'll give you the link to it. I scrub the other way. What color in the mineral? Velour Carry. Thanks, Missy. Okay, so now we're going to use the tapered blusher brush, which is also part of the Kudos, and we're going to use the Beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa. Always swirl into the cap, and if you have a hard time doing your contour, this brush makes it so easy. It does all the work for you. So we're going to start at the top of the ear and work to the corner of the mouth. And we're just going to go back and forth like this. And this is going to warm up our complexion. It's going to define our cheek structure. It's going to make us look like we lost 10 pounds in like 5 seconds. And if your makeup is ever looking too light, this is going to warm it up. So it's going to look like it matches way better. Got the Mineral Touch cover as well. Yay, awesome. Do you ever use the liquid makeup brush? Liquid makeup brush? Oh, that one? No, I do not like that one. When is Malibu supposed to be back? I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about Malibu, but Hermosa is really, really good. If you haven't tried it yet, I absolutely love it. It's my favorite bronzer in the history of bronzers. It's so, so good. All right, so forehead, I just kind of applied on the temples and kind of following the hairline. And like I said, if your foundation is ever looking too light, like mine's looking a little bit light, I got a little bit of a tan. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier on my contour than I normally would, and it's really going to make it look like it matches. Going around the jawline. And then what you could also do is where your foundation meets your chest, if it's looking light, just kind of apply your bronzer in that transitional area, and it will make it look much more blended. Hi, Jackie. If you guys have any questions or if you need a recommendation or anything, just message me. The Perfecting Face Mask is really good for removing impurities out of your skin. So if you live somewhere where it's really humid and you break out a lot, or if you have acne prone skin, or if you get a lot of whiteheads, it's really, really good. All right, so I went a little heavy on my contour on my nose. I'm going to use my pressed powder to even that out. Okay, so now I haven't done one cheek because I wanted to show you guys the power of contouring. So this side of my face, you can see it just looks much more put together, much more warmer, much thinner versus this side. Looks a little washed out. You can see how light my foundation looks on my skin. You can really see, I don't know, it just looks blah. Versus that side. Click the little thumbs up if you see the difference. That's a little bit of contouring, you guys. See how this side just even looks thinner? It really does make such a big difference. I wash my makeup brushes about once a week. Do you know the 4 eyeshadow colors in the new kit? I do not. I haven't looked at the new kit yet. Okay, so now from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, same thing, going back and forth, and then I turn the brush, and then I swirl it over that area, and that is going to soften those lines up so it just looks very blended. And if you guys haven't done so yet, I would so appreciate it if you would click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. I really, really rely on you guys. You guys' word of mouth, so I so appreciate that. So, let me know. I am the shade Organza in foundation. What shade would I be in the pressed powder? Message me a selfie facing a window because you could be a few colors. All right, so now that we have our bronzer on, and like I said, I went a little heavier because my makeup looks a little lighter. But now that we have that done, and you guys, that brush comes in the Kudos. Now we're going to use our blush. I'm going to use the shade Sisterly, which is supposed to be back in stock today. Hopefully it does. And then I'm going to take my blusher brush, which is also part of the Kudos, and I'm going to tap this on the apple of my cheek, working to the hairline. This is by far my favorite blush color. It's the shade Sisterly. It gives you this really light, rosy, sheeny blush color. Isn't that so pretty? Isn't that gorgeous? I love it because it's not so bold where you're like, whoa, nice blush. But it simply just gives you this really gorgeous flesh color. It's our new primer. Yay, Roberta, you're going to love it. Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. Are you priming? Yes, that has a lot to do with it for sure. Okay. Now, we're going to move on to our highlight. I've been really liking this color lately. This is the shade Iridescent. It's one of the lightest highlight colors, and I'm going to use this brush right here. It's just a fluffy one. And I'm going to pop this on the highest parts of my cheekbone. This blush, or this highlight color is really, really gorgeous. If you love that really frosted, light, kind of like angel dust highlight. Isn't that pretty? See how it just like catches the light? Oh, it's so gorgeous. And then I like to pop this on tip and bridge of my nose, and then this side too. So it'll essentially go highlight, blush, bronzer is how I apply it. And then you could do like your Cupid's bow. Had to wait in line this morning. Got the primer. Yay, I'm so excited. If you guys haven't yet noticed, the primer is also in the Kudos, which is on sale. So you can get it at a discount too. What was the face mask you were just talking about? My skin needs help. Trisha, that was called the Perfecting Face Mask. It's the one that's the black one. All right, so now let's do our brows, and then we're gonna do some very fast eyeshadow. Velour and Crepe are out of stock. In what? In the pressed powder? Thank you, Vanessa. All right, I'm gonna comb through my eyelashes really fast. And then this is also really important to comb through if you don't, I should say. Because it applies your mascara much better when it's like combed through. I heard they're doing mobs, but they aren't saying for sure in case they need to swap out. So the Presenter's Kit is subject to change, that's correct. Hoping the new primer helps keep my oil at bay. Oh my gosh, it so does. I'm a very skeptical person. I'm definitely the type of person that needs to like prove it to believe it, you know what I mean? And I am super impressed with the primer. It really does work very well, especially for oily skin. All right, so now for brows, I'm going to use my brow pencil in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to simply kind of outline my brows and then color them in. So starting in the front, I just like etch a little line and then take it all the way on top and then fling it through the body. Just like that. And this is going to darken up the eyebrows and really just kind of bring the whole makeup look together. It also, by coloring in your brows, you guys, you're also allowing your eyes to really pop, and it makes it look like you have so much more room for eyeshadow than you do without it. Isn't that funny? You wouldn't think it would have anything to do with your eyes, but it has a really big effect on how much room it looks like you have for eyeshadow. Yes, my eyelashes are natural. I use the Esteem Lash Serum, which you can also use on your eyebrows as well. So it's underneath lashes on my website right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And I use the Esteem Lash Serum every single night before bed. So I apply it, I sleep in it, and then I rinse it off in the morning. And then if I'm not wearing makeup that day, I'll probably apply it as well. But I never wear it underneath my makeup because it will make your lashes like kind of crunchy, which it's supposed to do. It's like a serum. But you apply it just like a mascara wand. It's super easy. So again, other brow, I just follow the tear duct straight up. So if you guys are any of my lash girls, I know if you've had false lashes, all of those ladies are like so sad because you have to watch your lashes like fall out without getting them retouched. So if that is you, grab the Esteem Lash Serum. It gives you really fast results as well. And like I said, you could use it on your eyebrows as well. So if you have really light brows, it helps make them bolder and it helps them to grow. Okay, so brow pencil, medium, done. Now for eyeshadow look, I'm gonna use a pressed eyeshadow in the fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna grab the shade Astute first, which is just like a light brown. And I'm just gonna dust this using a light hand in my crease. Just like this. Is it normal to have thinning brows as you get older? I mean, it can be. It really can. So if you are experiencing that, I would definitely grab the Esteem Lash Serum. It's only $24 too, you guys, and it lasts. Mine usually lasts me around 5 months before I have to buy another one. So I would definitely grab the lash serum. Again, it's called the Esteem Lash Serum, and it's going to be under lashes on my website. And everything I'm using, all the brushes besides 2, Everything is on my website right here, rheahopebeauty.com. And if you need any help checking out, or if you need any help purchasing anything, just message me. And I have something really important to tell you guys. I almost forgot. If you're placing an order of $200 or more, message me before you do. I will set up a reward link for you, which is a new thing Younique is doing, and you'll earn rewards with your purchase. So it's like getting free stuff for your purchase, which is yes, please. So if you are purchasing something $200 or more, and this is for the entire month of April, so message me and I will set up that reward link for you. All I need is your email address. That's it. And that is just so the reward goes to your account with Younique. Okay, so now that we have Astute on, now I'm going to grab the shade Gingerly right here, which is like this caramel brown. And I'm just going to dust that throughout the outer corner and a little bit through the crease, just to create a little bit more depth. Grabbed it last week. Is it normal? Oh, I already read that one. So yes, if you guys have any questions about that, just message me. But yes, if you are placing an order of $200 or more, message me before you do, and I'll set you up a reward link. You can also set it up yourself. Super easy. It's on my website. You'll see it on there, but I can do it for you too if you're not sure. So gingerly in the crease, just like so. All right, so now it creates a little more depth. So now I'm going to go in with my liquid eyeshadow in the shade Ornate. I always almost call it Overt. This is one of my favorite colors because one, it's super, super gorgeous. It draws the attention to the eye. And I love that these liquid eyeshadows are smudge proof, crease proof, and they're easy to use. So if you have a lot of fine lines or wrinkles on your eyes, I would highly, highly, highly recommend the liquid eyeshadows. They're so easy to apply. You can use it with your finger, but my favorite way is using the crease brush. And then I just kind of like rub it on there, and then I'll use my crease brush and I'll just kind of blend that out. It's honestly the fastest, easiest, prettiest eye look. Isn't that gorgeous? And we're done. We're done with that eye. Just ordered 300. All good, Melinda. Next time for sure. Thank you, Roberta. What brush did you use to apply Astute? That was the fluffy crease brush. But yes, any order, and you could have as many reward links as you want. So as soon as the link is good for 10 days as well, and all orders count on it. So if you have a reward link, you can pass that out to your family, your friends, whoever. You'd be like, hey, I have a reward link. If you want to grab anything, grab it here. And you'll earn the rewards for their purchases too. So even if like you are buying $100 worth and your mom was buying $100 worth, or your friend or your sister, whoever, you can have a reward link and you could earn the rewards. You could even split the rewards with them. So there's tons of choices with doing that. So, but like I said, just message me and I could help you out if you need it. All right, so Ornate on, blend it out, done, easy, fast, perfect, crease proof, smudge proof, sign me up. All right, so now I'm going to take my eyeliner in the shade Perfect. It's one of my favorite products by Younique because it is creamy. It's only $15, you guys, and it lasts forever. And it doesn't smudge or run, won't give you raccoon eyes. And it's really creamy, so I like to pop this on my water lines, just like this. But I love that it doesn't like build up in my tear ducts. Just like that. Just kudos and a few other goodies. Yay, I'm so excited. Just over 300, but I think it's set up because it earned $20. Oh, awesome, Michelle. Great. All right, so now I'm going to use my liner shader brush, and I'm going to use the liner side of this, and I'm just going to grab this darker color. I think it was Nonsensical that's in this palette. And I'm going to run this along the lower lash line, and this is just going to give it more of a cohesive finish look. I also like doing this step because it really makes it look like I'm wearing eyeshadow or mascara on the bottom lash line. I personally don't really like to because I use our Steam Lash Serum. Like I said, I've been using it forever. And my lashes on the bottom have gotten so long from using it that I don't like wearing mascara down there now. So I love just kind of underlining them just like that, and it really kind of completes the makeup look. Where's my setting spray? There you are. What color was the liquid? I used the shade Lace today. I needed try those liquid shadows. Oh, I'm sorry, the liquid shadow was Ornate. I'm telling you, it's so easy, you guys. And they dry very, very quickly, and they will not crease. So if you have a lot of wrinkles on your eyelids, these are the best products for that. Okay, so now I'm gonna set my makeup. Okay, and this is gonna take away the makeup-y look. It's gonna take away the powdery look. It's gonna make everything mesh together really well. So if you ever feel like your makeup looks really cakey or powdery, definitely make sure that you're using the setting spray when you're done. And then also it also will help prevent your makeup from transferring. So for hugging people or on your phone or anything like that, it also will help with that. The shade that I used in my waterline was the Precision eyeliner in the shade Perfect. Okay, so now that that's dry, now I'm going to do my lashes. And I swear, you guys, just like it's a crime not to prime your face, same goes with your lashes. This lash primer is the bomb. It makes your lashes so much longer, so much fuller, helps to curl them, and it also is hydrating them. So it helps them to stay healthy, stay hydrated, and to grow. So if you're trying to grow out your lashes, my lash girls out there, lash primer and the Esteem Lash Serum must-haves. All right, so next thing is I'm going to use the 4D mascara. I don't really let it dry. You may want to use it just a little bit so it gets more tacky. You might want to wait a little bit so it gets tacky, but I don't let it dry fully. So now I'm going to go in with the 4D mascara. I'm going to apply this on the back side and the bottom to the top. So the root to the top. I think she meant the shadow color on the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the color Nonsensical. Yeah, it's the Perfect is the eyeliner. But I'll give you guys the full product list after I get off. So if you have yet to comment, make sure you comment something. A hi, hello, an emoji, something. That way Facebook will alert you. It'll say Rhea commented on her live video. Also, another thing, up here, these 3 little dots, if you click that, you will see an area. It'll ask you, do you want to turn on the live notifications? Click yes, and that way Facebook will alert you when I go live. And then if you haven't done so, make sure in the bottom left-hand corner, down here, you can click the share button or the invite button, and you can share this on your wall on Facebook. That way when you get your makeup in the mail, you can watch this on the replay and do your makeup with me. Okay, so I'm just applying this base of the lash all the way up, and then I like to kind of work it in quadrants on my eyelashes, so I like to apply in the inner, the mid, and then the outer, and then the back side, just like that. And now you can apply as many coats of this as you want. If you want it to be really long, you can apply more than one. It's totally buildable, which I love, 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 love. Okay. So once we have our mascara on, this is the next thing that I love to do with my lashes is I love to use our waterproof Epic mascara. One, I really love the wand on here. It combs through the lashes nicely. But 2, I love that it makes my lashes waterproof. Just like that. Boom. Waterproof. For the lash serum, do you put it on the back side? Yes. So I put it on the back side just like I apply my mascara. I don't really put it on the front side because I have really sensitive eyes, so I don't like too much product underneath, but it works perfectly well because your lashes come from your eye, your eye actual lid. So applying it on the backside is nourishing just that spot right there, which is perfect. The kudos this month is any foundation, any primer, any facial brush. Such a good kudos. All right, so now that we're done with our lashes, now I'm going to use my lip liner in the shade Prudent. Surprise, surprise, my favorite, favorite, favorite color. And I'm going to line my lips with this. If you guys have yet to grab a lip liner yet from Unique, you're missing out. They are so creamy. They're smudge proof. They're only $15. And they last for a really long time. But I love them because they keep your lipstick in place. They make your lips look more pouty. And they help to prolong the wear of your lipstick. So if your lipstick is fading very quickly, definitely grab the lip liners. They make such a big difference. You can do this step right here, fill in your whole lip with it. Because of how smudge proof it is, it holds on to your lipstick. Clings on there. So now I'm going to use my liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle today. And go right on top. Just like this. And with these liquid lipsticks, the key, the trick, is less is more. And then don't eat or drink anything for like 5 to 10 minutes. So you allow the liquid lipstick to really saturate into the lips. And it'll last hours without any touch-up needed. All right. Just like that. And we're done. Isn't that such a fun makeup look? Oh, I love it. Will lip liner help with feathering? Yes, it will. My lips always dry out when I wear any kind of lipstick. So, Ellen, you're going to love the liquid lipsticks. They're so hydrating. And also our, I always say it funny, opulence lipsticks. They're like the regular ones. These are also very hydrating as well. And these ones are more of a satin finish. So if you don't love matte on you, a lot of people love more of a shine. Those lipsticks are really great, but you cannot go wrong with any of our lipstick choices. They really, really are like one of our best products. So if you guys need any help, if you're not sure what colors to get, if you're not sure what eyeshadow to get or lipstick or anything, message me. And like I said, if you're placing an order of $200 or more, message me first so I can set you up a reward link. Debbie, the presenters kit is when you want to do what I do. So I'm called a unique presenter. So I present the makeup to you. Then you can join. But message me if you guys have any questions on that either, and I could help you. Looking lovely. Thank you. I don't feel dry at all with theirs. Yeah, it's super hydrating. Very hydrating. So pretty. There's so many different colors too. So just message me if you guys need any help or have any questions or need to be color matched. Grab the kudos today, you guys, before any of the other colors sell out. Or the matte primer. Definitely snag this if you have large pores or oily skin or normal skin with large pores, you name it. Grab this or the hydrating face primer if you have mature skin, fine lines, or dry skin. So message me if you guys need anything. I love you all. I'm going to actually pop right back on and do like a really cute little updo with my hair. These roots, you guys, are like crying. They hate quarantine so much. So I'm going to show you guys what I like to do when my hair is looking like a hot mess. So I'll see you guys probably in like 2 or 3 minutes to do a hair tutorial. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.